Shalom, shalom. Shema, Yasha'Allah, Yahweh, Allah Haganawa, Yahweh, Achad. Shema, Yasha'Allah, Yahweh, Allah Haganawa, Yahweh, Achad. Shema, Yasha'Allah, Yahweh, Allah Haganawa, Yahweh, Achad. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kodash. I want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well, as well as peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. I'm Zahab, Spirit Wind Levi. All right. And today I want to go into a live stream entitled New Heaven, New Earth means new system to manage it. Because there are going to be literally systems to manage human affairs in the earth. There's going to be systems to utilize the resources in the earth, systems to distribute resources to the nations, and nations distributing ultimately resources to us. All right, systems in which we manage this house. All right, this house dome, this habitation. All right, this planet. There's going to be systems to utilize this planet. All right, and also manage the affairs of people on this planet. All right. So it's not going to, when we come into this knowledge, some of us have different ideas of rulership, of the kingdom, all right, of the government. And we may have an image or two popping in our mind of us being cruel lords, all right, beating the heathen, all right, with rods of iron, or, we flying with a cape over waters, but that's part of it. That's something that belongs to something bigger. All right, so there are going to be systems to break down the nations into a form of subjection. All right, to extract resources, to build this kingdom on the planet Earth under Yahweh Shai's brand, under his rulership. All right, and we are going to fly, but we're still going to be creating a system, a government, through these pillars, all right, called the 613, the laws of Moses, the laws, statutes, and commandments. All right, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be implementing a system of management in the earth, all right, to ultimately manage the earth. The laws, statutes, and commandments are going to be actively implemented. These are active systems. All right, these are not just laws that you can say are done away with, or you only keep a certain percentage of it. These are formulas, all right, that if implemented, all right, it's going to engender a sustainable planet. Because right now we suffer from being subject to systems, all right, that engender an unsustainable planet, which is why you have these stats that's saying in the next 20 years, certain countries are going to be uninhabitable. All right, certain places on this earth are going to be underwater, or it's going to be too hot. All right, or you're going to have to, there's going to be water shortages, or you're going to have to, you could go to this city, but you're going to have to wear a face mask because of air pollution. All right. All right. So much land is being pillaged because of deforestation. But we being in this man's kingdom, a lot of us don't understand the importance of trees, the importance of the forest, the importance of the jungle. All right. If you look at the grand scheme of things, all right, the earth is like a body. It's a body. So the Amazon rainforest, for example, that's called the lungs of the earth. What does the lungs do? It purifies the air. It creates air. It creates oxygen. All right, for the inhabitants. It tells you in the scriptures, the earth was meant to be inhabited. So the Most High has created the earth so people can inhabit the earth. Her children, the earth's children, can inhabit the earth. Which we're all spirits that descend from Yahweh, but we're in these earth suits. So the earth has systems within itself in which allows us to inhabit the earth. All right, such as these jungles and these rainforests, which emit oxygen in the air in which we breathe. Even the algae, the plankton, all right, I think it's the algae or the plankton, I can't remember, but they have so much oxygen in which we benefit from. But what happens when the ocean is polluted with microplastics? What happens when there's deforestation? All right, what happens when you extract trees without regenerative measures? What happened when you go decades and centuries of extracting resources from land without any regenerative measures for that land to regenerate? That's what a regenerative measure is. It's a measure that allows the land to regenerate the nutrients or the resources that you extract from it. All right, so one thing that this man lacks is recycling systems. You don't recycle. You might have little fucking recycle bins at a plant, at a plant you work at, but you don't have these global recycling systems, these conservation measures that allow the next generation to inhabit this planet, man. All right. Furthermore, you don't respect the laws of humans. You don't respect the laws of human nature. You don't respect the circadian rhythm in which man gets up at around sunrise, or he starts his work around sunrise, then he ends his work around sundown. You don't respect that circadian rhythm. All right. So you have Jake working 12 hours a day, and Jake will have to get up. So depending on what job you work, Jake may have to be at work at 3 o'clock in the morning. What type of shit is that? All right. Let me get this troll off of here right quick. Move your weird ass. Okay. But what was I saying? Yeah, Esau, he doesn't understand the laws of human nature. Well, he does understand it. He doesn't respect it. He doesn't understand the maintenance of an Israelite, the maintenance of a human. That's why he has a first shift, a second shift, a graveyard shift. He doesn't respect that on this earth, you have to be in tune with the earth to have longevity. So you get up in the morning and you start your occupation, all right? But then around sundown, you leave, and it's only natural because you can't see without the sun. So most occupations, all right, it consists of you needing daylight. We're not watchmen. We don't have these occupations where it's dire that we gotta. Oh, well, I'm sorry, we're not literal watchmen. We're spiritual watchmen, but we're not on these watchtowers. We're not in the military, in his standing military where you have to be up, overnight. No, the average citizen is overworked, especially an American citizen, man. It's said that a man who doesn't take at least 7 days off, he has a 30% chance of having a heart attack. Shalom, shalom. You see? So this man doesn't respect the science of maintaining your citizens. How do you maintain your citizens? All right? The science of, okay, these people, they can only, as people, we can only work them so many hours. We can only work them, so many days of the week. All right? You don't care about this shit. You just put little pain pills in their facilities. All right? I thought that there'll be a high casualty rate on the planet Earth due to, starvation, which is true, but really the industrialized world has a high casualty rate because of workforce accidents, these construction sites, and think how many people died building these skyscrapers back in the 20s and 30s, man. Building bridges, man. Okay? This industrialized world that you have, which is totally disrespectful to Arataza, Earth, is totally disrespectful. All right? But these environments that you pillage the earth, all right, it has a high death rate to the people who live in those environments. Even the emission, these nuclear facilities that emit so many air pollutants. And then you have these nuclear facilities in areas where the unwanted people, the nation not desire reside, like the hood. So you have these nuclear facilities and these waste plants that emit so many air pollutions, and you purposely have it where Jake resides, man. Psalm 82:5. But these oppressors know nothing. They are so ignorant. They wander about in darkness while the whole world is shaken to the core. Yeah. So there's a science. The water for bringing that scripture out is on point. But there's a science to working humans, bro. There's a science to people eating food that grows in this land in this particular season. People eating vegetables and the fruit and the vegetation that grows in this land in this particular season. All right, and you that's why you're totally see the overthrow is not just because you put us in slavery. That's the key point. But you're going to destroy the earth. Yahweh Shai is going to save the Israelites, and he's going to save the planet Earth because this is his planet. He's Captain Planet. You remember that cartoon, Captain Planet? He's a hero. Yeah, that's Yahweh Shai. He's Captain Planet. He's going to come and enter into the atmosphere of the earth to save Earth. All right. So let me get this camera on me right quick. So I mean, that's pretty much the point, man. Like the 613, as I always say in lessons like these, all right, the 613 laws, statutes, and commandments, these are active systems. These are formulas that's going to engender balance within existence. We can't colonize another planet, not colonize it. We can't go to another planet and make it an extension of Earth when we have no effective system. All right, that's why the Most High is not going to let you get into another planet. You failed this one. You watched the movie Avatar, and the Earth was referred to as the dying planet. But if you didn't have an effective system to maintain this Earth, you basically killed this Earth. You're killing Earth. What are you going to do to the next planet? All right. So the 613, they're going to be laws that within these laws are formulas. All right, that's going to engender balance within the planet that we take over. All right. So the laws have systems, all right, to deal with servants. The laws have the Shabbat because the Most High has systems within his laws to understand human nature. Humans need rest. All right. Working 7 days a week is a form of oppression. All right. Working 7 days a week is a form of oppression. Never seeing the sun as a human is a form of oppression. Eating food, having food in your markets that's stripped of nutrients, that's a form of oppression. Working your body out of orbit, I forget the scientific name, but working your body outside of this natural way of movement is a form of oppression. Okay. SOWYW Napash. Shalom to you. Daniel 7:25. He shall speak great words against the Most High, and he shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws. All right. That's why instead of the Hebrew calendar, we have the Gregorian calendar. All right. The Gregorian calendar. You know what I mean? All right. Totally out of orbit with Shabbat. Totally out of orbit with the new moon. All right. No rest days. Working just to pay bills. That's called a rat race. Working just to pay bills. As opposed to building something, as opposed to having an estate in which you inherit land from your father, or you go as an indentured servant and you get your bag up, your money up, your shekels up, and you could build your brand, your name, and watch your grandsons and daughters, enjoy your grandsons and daughters, But we too busy in the rat race. and they should be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing time, which is a 350-year period from 1619 to 1969, right, which is a 350-year period. We should be given into his hands, and ultimately the planet Earth was given into your hands. But now that time is up. Starting with the Most High putting a spirit on John the Baptist, also known as Rabbi Abba Bivens, to usher in his cousin, Yahushai, just like the old times, to usher in, to make way for that great and dreadful day. The first time his cousin, Yahushai, came on that ass, all right, came meek. But now the second time, the second coming, as they call it, he's going to come as a conquering lion. And that battleship, that's a real battleship. That chariot, that's a real battleship. Okay? But ultimately, it's to deliver his people, the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And ultimately, it's to save the planet Earth from this wicked ruler, man. All right? But once again, you know, the Earth is going to be put under new management. And the reality is, it's going to be under the protection of laws and statutes and commandments that not only govern us as a people, but govern human affairs on the planet Earth, all right, which in turn is going to bring balance to existence. All right, once again, there's going to be systems for marriage, all right, there's going to be systems to bind a man with the woman and to have sons and daughters, and within that, there's going to be the manners for daughters, there's going to be the development of men, all right, to reproduce families, all right. There's going to be a land Shabbat, a land rest, to allow the land to fallow. If you look up the word fallow, it means to basically leave that particular area alone, so there can be regenerative measures within that soil, because we understand within Yahweh's earth, all right, you have to recycle, you have to replenish. That's part of having respect for his planet, his paradise, man. All right. GMS hastening the return. Ecclesiastes 10:4. The power of the earth is in the hands of Yahweh, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. All right. So that one that is profitable, that one that is profitable is Yahushai. But you know, this being a grand earth, right, he's going to put a government up under himself, all right, to govern the affairs of the earth. And that government is going to consist of that 144,000. It tells you, what's that in Isaiah 9? How the government should sit upon his shoulders. The government is those administrative offices of the hopeful elect. All right? And we're going to have actual duties within our office to manage the affairs of the planet Earth. And those systems is going to be replicated within other planets. Okay? Those systems, like I said, we're going to have these laws that we have to argue about, and certain laws that we tell you that, you know, laws dealing with a woman or multiple women, or laws dealing with rape, all right? Laws like that. We're not going to have to argue about it in the kingdom, because it's going to be understood that these are systems to maintain a people, for people to flourish. So upon the government, upon his shoulders should be a government, so that the government consisting of 144,000 elect, that's a government up under him. He's going to be the head of that government to manage the earth. Even if you go back to the book of Ezra, where King Ahasuerus, all right, he had this great feast, which that's the nature of an Eastern king, is to have a great feast that lasts days and weeks. All right, but and Yahushua is gonna do that. That's why he said, "Y'all go sit with me with the drink wine." He's an Eastern king. That's what he does. That's what we do when we get with each other, man. All right, we feast with each other, man. We teach and we might feast. All right, but the point is, going back to Ahasuerus, having that great feast, it tells you that he had princes of the Medes. You know, he had like 120. He had so many princes with him, but they were all governors under his kingdom. We got to go back and read that. I know I got to go back and read it. But basically, generally, he had all these different princes. Why did he have different princes and governors with him? Because they were under his kingdom, man. They were part of his administrative office, man. All right? Because the king of Persia ran what 120 providences. So you're not gonna single-handedly run it yourself. You're gonna have different governors under you. So what Yahweh Shai is gonna do, he's gonna delegate task, distribute task to the elect. So when you read 2nd Ezra, the 2nd chapter, and Ezra asks, who is this man that crown these people? What's the purpose of the crown in the palm of the hand? Which that palm goes back to victory, but that crown goes back to governance. All right, it's not just we're gonna wear a crown like, yeah, we kings. No, we're gonna have an office within this administrative government to run the planet Earth and beyond. Then those systems consisting of the laws, statutes, and commandments, all right, is going to be replicated in these other planets. Now, within the laws, statutes, and commandments, and within your government, you're going to have your own style. You're going to have your own variety of the laws, statutes, and commandments. For example, when he allots you a certain particular piece of land, a land mass, let's say he gives you your own planet, and you're gonna have a government under you. But your planet or your land mass, your kingdom, your government is not gonna look like another brother's allotted government. It's like your room, you might live in a house with your mom and your dad, you got brothers, right? Well, your bedroom doesn't look like your brother's bedroom, but both of y'all are under the laws of your dad. You see what I'm saying? We both got to follow these house rules of our father, but my bedroom doesn't look like his bedroom. My posters don't look like his posters. You know, my shoes don't look like his shoes. So same thing, man. Your garden and your palace, it's not gonna look like another brother's palace, but we're all gonna be under those laws, man. All right, which we can't possibly keep all these laws here. You know, I say we only keep maybe 5% of the laws, 3 to 5%, because, you know, if I think about 613 laws and we say 10%, that's 60 laws. Well, we don't eat pork, we don't commit adultery, we grow our beards, but it's like 10, man. We only keep like 10. You know, if you sit there and think about it, that we could consciously keep to the best of our ability. You know, the Sabbath. You know, so a new kingdom on earth. A new heaven and a new earth means actually new systems, all right, to manage the earth. You have to understand, Yahweh Bahasham Shai, he's watching his creation get destroyed every day. And then he's watching the people that he made for the creation, or he made the creation for, get destroyed every day. Like, you coming home tired, that vexes the Most High. All right? You having all type of imbalances, that vexes our Father who created us, man. Okay? But yeah, it's gonna be new systems to manage and maintenance civilization, man. We're gonna actually create civilization. All right, we're gonna civilize humanity, and we're gonna have formulas and systems, all right, which are the laws. All right, and we're gonna be over there. We're gonna be over economy. All right, we're gonna have understanding of economics and science and botany. We're gonna know why you have to grow these plants and these herbs over here in this region, and they blossom in this. They have the most potency on this side of the planet or this time of the year. We're going to align different things with the constellations. We're going to have the understanding of the zodiac. You have to understand whether it was when we built the pyramids in Egypt, or we, the Northern Kingdom, built pyramids over here in the Americas. It was in alignment with the constellations. All right, we're gonna understand agriculture. All right, we're gonna understand those things, man. It's gonna be a beautiful thing, and we're gonna take the science and the wisdom that Yahweh Bahasham Shai is gonna give us, and utilize that science, that wisdom, to make the earth great, make Jerusalem great again. You know, make the planet great again. You know. It's a science to this thing, man. Now that's why the scripture says, "Woe to thee, thou land, when thy prince is a child." Now, there's not an actual child running the earth, but psychologically he's a child. You know, and in this sense, the land is literally the planet Earth. because the land is a people before it's a place, but actually the land has to suffer because the king of the earth is a child, man. A child only concerns about now. A child doesn't have conservative measures of conservation to preserve existence for the next generation, man. It's a child, man. The child selfishly hoards up everything for himself. That's a child, man. If you leave a child to his own devices, his room gonna be dirty, the bathroom gonna be shitty, it's gonna be nasty. The kitchen gonna be dirty because it's a child. All right. So that's how the planet Earth is. The ocean is dirty. All right. Land erosions and all type of mudslides and all type of crazy. The Earth is acting adversely because it's a child that's running her. That's why it says in Ecclesiastes, I have seen servants upon horses. All right. So it's a servant, and what does a horse represent? Power. So there's a servant in power that doesn't know how to rule. All right. There's a weirdo in power. Okay. The only thing they care about is what engenders money, what engenders the optimum profit. So every system they have within the earth is to engender optimum profit and ultimately have world control, world surveillance, prison planet, for real. Minority Report. All right. But with that, I hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Chakadash. I also want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of great Millstone Root Well. Peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. Abba, Kami Ashala, Shalom. The water, Habashma Shai, the water to you, Akim, you Akwath, Shalom.